Today we have a really fun show. It should be a lot of fun. As you can see, we are in kind of a new space for us. We've got this really cool metal sight and a really cool backboard that we're going to try not to break any of the boards off. I'm not sure if we actually will. We might. I kind of destroyed some other boards around the building with this thing, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to go over that in a lot of detail in just a little bit. We also have a bunch of new parts that we're going to talk about from last show. A lot of hubs and a pattern adapter. So we'll go into that. And we have something we haven't talked a whole lot about yet, which is this shooter. So this is a shooter that I designed with the hope that I can shoot whatever the rest of the R&D department has thrown at me. I've got a box full of stuff that I have not opened. I don't have any idea what's in here. So we're going to see what we can shoot. We're also going to talk about all of the processes and how I designed this guy, so it should be a lot of fun. They're all brushless. They're all going to get geckos really pushed into the extreme and see if we can blow some up while they're actually spinning. So that should be a lot of fun, and we're really excited to jump in that. Is someone breathing into the mic? It might be me. Hi, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Let's see here. We will start to get our giveaway set up here. Alright, today we're going to give away some 5203 gear motors. Yellow jacket, gear motor. There we go. If you do win, as always, shoot us an email to marketing@gobuilder.com. Let them know what you've won, and we will get that sent out your way. And let's see here. We will give that a roll. Okay. The giveaway text isn't quite right. That keyword is correct, though. It is shoot with 2 O's. So type that into the chat, make sure you're following, and get entered into that giveaway. With that, let's do some talking about our new parts for this week. Since the last stream, we've added a lot of new parts. You can see here. These are a lot of hubs. As I'm sure you guys have seen on the website, there are a lot of Imperial hubs now. So we've got stuff like 1/2" hex, 1/2" round, some 1/4", some 1/4 D, and some even all the way down to 1/8" and 3mm hubs. And we've got these in. Some of them end up being just lightweight set screws, some of them end up being sonics, like this 3mm, and some of them end up being hyper hubs. And we have some duplicates like 1/4" round, which you see in both a hyper and a sonic. We also have a new design of the Actobotics to go build a pattern adapter. You may see this on Servo City soon. This is a very slightly modified part. It now has counterbores for screws or nuts, and it should be a lot of fun. Let's see here. We also have a slightly redesigned 8mm round collar. It now has a bearing shim, and it's got an M4 drive screw, which will be really nice. So lots of new parts that should make working with outside of GoBuilda parts a lot easier. Let's see here. With that, I suppose we can just start talking about this shooter. We'll talk mostly about this one for FTC rings. I'm pretty sure it's a 20 round magazine, I guess you could call it here, this hopper. We've got 10, let's see here, 15, 23 it looks like. So, very large magazine. We can get a bunch of rings in there, more than you can use on an FTC field this year, and they are a pain in the butt to pick up. It is very similar to the Robot in 3 Days shooter. It is a kind of rotational shooter, very similar. This time, instead of a super speed servo, it is being fed by a yellow jacket motor. It is an 1150 RPM motor, so it's very fast. You can see here, it's fast enough that with this kind of non-balanced load on it, it gets a pretty good amount of shake. and it's really, really fast. The motor side, I suppose the shooter motor side, is a Castle Creations 1515. It's a smaller motor than we saw last show, and it's on a gearbox now. So it is a 3.7 to 1 gearbox, because it's a fast enough motor that it can be reduced 4 to 1, and it's not a big deal. So it's a lot of fun. It is really fast. The way we are controlling it this time is not a transmitter and receiver. It's a hardwired system with some buttons and an ESC. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's see here. We might try something. We may be able to plug this into, let's see here, the back of the computer here. I wonder if I can hear issue. Alright, we'll give that a shot. It sounds good. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, I don't think that's okay. Can you go to, yeah. All right, in theory, this is my mic this time. Okay, that should be better. Sorry about that, guys. We recently had a streaming PC update, and I think something slipped through the cracks there, so that should be a lot better. There we go. Okay, and it looks like our giveaway bot is acting nice too. Sweet. Okay, so here's our shooter. It's designed to shoot FTC rings really, really well, and I think we did a pretty good job with it. I actually forgot to cut some zip ties. We're going to do that now because this is live, and we've already had a crazy intro. So we'll clean that up. As I'm sure you've noticed, there are going to be 2 batteries on this, which my understanding in the FTC community is kind of a meme. So we will have the battery. It's just a standard GoBuilda. It's in this channel right here. Standard GoBuilda 12-volt battery. It's probably at somewhere around 13 volts. It's been a while since I've charged it, but this motor doesn't pull any current. It's fine. It's also a 4S LiPo battery. I know that, I think Eric's in this chat, it seems like. So he designed this battery case. I destroyed it yesterday, I'm sorry. So it's a 4S LiPo battery that's actually running the brushless motor. So those are totally separate. This motor is just on a switch. So it's just on or off. There's really nothing else to it. Ethan equals Stanford confirmed. True. But I mean, it's fine. And then we'll use the same battery over on this shooter with a little bit more complex control system overall. We're going to talk about this in the technical details in a little bit. The kind of tough part of about this shooter is the geometry of working with not only something that's outside of GoBuilda, but an Imperial thing outside of GoBuilda. So because of that, a lot of these parts are off pattern and created in weird ways to make them work really well with rings. The other thing I found when making this is to make it work really well, things just have to be optimized great. Rings have to fall really smooth, and it seems like really what we're doing with this motor speed is really trying to push the maximum speed that these rings can be shot without assisting gravity and pushing them down faster than they could fall otherwise. So we'll pull one of these out of there. We'll leave only one, excuse me, and show you a little bit about that. So it's a very simple concept. Rings sit in here. The magazine feeder knocks one ring into the wheel. It shoots, and we move on to the next ring after it falls into place. Wait, why not assist gravity? I think, so this was a 15-round mag for a long time, and that was a lot of fun until last weekend, I built most of this last week. Last weekend I went home and I was watching, I think it was Overcharged reveal video or one of their match videos, and I was like, I built a shooter that is not as fast as some FTC teams shooters, but is brushless. That doesn't make sense. That's not okay. So I came in on Monday, and I went back to the drawing board on the feeder. So it was still this kind of same kind of rotational style feeder, but it was a 312 RPM motor, which is very similar to what we had, like that super speed servo you saw previously. And I also upped the motor speed and a whole bunch of stuff like that. We'll show you, we've got it plugged in, the batteries in place, and we'll show you the shooter wheel. I'm sure you can hear it's loud and it gets really unstable. The thing about this is that I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, and since I'm running on all built-in RC firmware and stuff like that, it's just using whatever features I have available in the Castle Creations ESC. One of those features is unfortunately not Velocity PID. That's the ideal here. I really would love a Velocity PID loop on this, because the big thing that lets you do is set your target speed at like 50% of your motor power, where you still have a lot of torque, and you can pick up and go. That's a big thing because these motors peak at torque at 0 RPM. If you compare it to, say, a car, an internal combustion engine might peak in torque at like, say, 75% of your red line. So ideally, if you were going to, say, step on the gas, you want to be right at 75% red line so you can hit peak torque right away. On a motor, you want to be able to hit peak torque while you are about to shoot, or while you're shooting, so you have the quickest spin-up speed, but we can't do that because peak torque is 0 RPM and we wouldn't shoot anything. So setting your Velocity PID loop at, say, 50% of your free speed still gives you some of that startup torque to really keep your momentum in that wheel, but it doesn't hinder some stuff like that. Shaking my head, Ethan can't tune his illegal shooter. That's true. The solution here, I've got an encoder in this motor. The solution would be splitting that encoder, reading it with an Arduino or something like that, and also reading it with the ESC. So it can act as a sensored brushless motor, which is very good. And I can set a Velocity PID loop on the Arduino by setting the power on the ESC, which is confusing and a lot of steps. And I said, this is good enough. If you watch some high speeds, this shooter wheel does not keep up full speed, which seems crazy, but yeah. All right, we'll go ahead and get this loaded, and I think it's time to do some test shots. We're gonna, it is kind of a pain to really kind of get this all, there we go. We'll kind of push this table a little out of the way, grab our shooter. Oop, try not to knock our other shooter off. And this one's kind of designed to be really handheld and a lot of fun. Before I do that, I'm going to put on my handy dandy face shield just to be safe. I hope you guys can still hear me okay. I know I got a lot louder for me. I probably got a lot louder for you guys, so sorry about that. I'll maybe do a little ASMR inside of the helmet. So we will go ahead and get this wheel fired up. And now we just have to clean it all up. It does not take very long at all to shoot through 20 or so rings. I'm sure you noticed there are still a few in the hopper. It is a pain to get it tuned to the point where it will shoot quite all of them, but it's so much fun. The most fun is just that second, and it's like 1 second. It's crazy. I might try to shoot over the camera. We'll see how that goes. They are a lot of fun. It's hard to get rings really, really fast. It's something I realized is, like, we're not breaking terminal velocity with these like we, in theory, might have been able to with just the tangent wheel of the Gecko if it was really crazy fast. But it's still a lot of fun. We'll do it again. I'm still missing 3 or so rings, but we will do it again. It's also fairly accurate, which surprised me. I need to try to whisper, I think, because you guys can still hear me pretty well. I haven't quite gotten the last few tuned to the point where they work really, really consistently, but After shooting 20 or so, the last few aren't a big deal, I don't think. And you can always kind of feather the trigger a little bit. This is a lot of fun. This is like the very limit of how fast they can full, like, we'll publish some high speeds on our Instagram story. Those are the most fun to watch with this thing because some of them don't hit the ground before they're shot. Like, it has to fall 3/4 of an inch, but it sometimes won't fall 3/4 of an inch before it's into the wheel, which I'm sure is a big reason that it's not the most consistent shooter. It's fairly reliable, but it definitely, I couldn't shoot the same person, I'd say, in a lineup. I'd be really, really bad in a lineup with this thing. How far can it shoot? It's fairly good. I'd say probably 24 feet, maybe 30 feet. Oh, most of these are under the table. I'll grab some more. And you can hear it beeping every once in a while. That is just the ESC reminding me that it's on, which is one of my favorite features of these. They keep you in the loop. They're like, hey, did you mean to leave me on? Because if not, I'll discharge your battery all the way, and then it will be really unstable and potentially set on fire. The big thing with LiPo batteries, I believe any lithium battery, is that they're a self-oxidizing fire. So good luck putting them out. You can spray them with fire extinguisher, and the best that'll do is make it so other things don't start on fire. And that's pretty much all you can hope for. So we do have a fire extinguisher nearby in case we can do some damage control, and we're using it on some steel surface. So we can kick it onto the steel and make it a little safer. Oh, that reminds me, I put my face shield back on. Do a little more ASMR. I really love the sound. It feels fake. Like, I want to make a video game and use that sound as the sound for a shooter because it's so much fun. I definitely am hoping to keep this together, maybe swap in a different motor or something like that because it is so much fun. And it's crazy how unstable and quick this wheel is. But we haven't broken one since I've been working with this for about 2 weeks, really since the last show. We said, what do we want to do for next stream? And we all laughed because it's obvious we want to shoot stuff with them. So it's a lot of fun, and a big thing that, I'll get our battery out. A big thing that geckos let you do is shoot a really, really wide variety of stuff. Somebody asked a little earlier why we didn't use a rhino. And for this, a rhino is pretty good because it won't expand. I kind of like that it expands. It's fun and dramatic, but the big advantage of a gecko is it lets you shoot whatever you want, pretty much. So this is my shoot everything shooter. Hopefully shoot everything shooter. It's designed, I took a lot of inspiration from table saws. You have a mechanism. This is my backboard, and it can slide. So I can, in theory, drop whatever I want to shoot. We'll pretend it's the battery. I can't actually shoot the battery. Drop it in there. We can slide our sled up so it's against the backboard and also really in line with this wheel, and tighten it down on the go rail. This is how I've been shooting a really wide variety of things, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen on social media, it's also a linear feeder as opposed to the rotational feeder over here. It's not nearly as fast. I can't really rapid fire with this, but it is a lot more versatile, and I can really control where things are running. This is a 5.2 to 1 5203 on some miter gears on our standard spool, which I believe is about an inch and a quarter. And it's running through this RoboClaw down here. It's running a PID loop that I kind of tuned to run to a specific position. I set that position generally in the RoboClaw software, and then I'm actually fine-tuning it with this servo travel tuner down here because it's just running off a PID value or a PWM output from my receiver. I can go in and tune that middle point, end point, and each end point really easily without having to go back into the software every time and adjust. If I say, hey, I need this for this specific object, I need to push a little further or stop a little sooner. You can see it's pretty fast. It's not really quite fast enough to be its own shooter, but it gets pretty close. We can, it won't shoot a pen. We'll throw a screwdriver in there. It's fun, but the real fun is this shooter. So its guts are exactly the same. It's a Castle 1515, which is I believe it's a 1200 kV motor. Turns out to about 13,000 RPM free speed. We don't hit free speed on this, which is just me not pulling the stick quite as far. Because there's a point where everything gets destabilized and you're pushing so much air that it doesn't really get that much faster. It also hits my backboard most of the time, so. It's also running through a 3.7 to 1 gearbox. We don't need that much speed on this thing. So we'll get that fired up. This one I'm just manually controlling the speed because I don't know what I'm shooting. So some things I might not want to shoot quite as hard as other things. This is also 2. That really increases the height of things that I can shoot. That's a big limit, is if I want to shoot something that's really tall, I can't really well. We'll grab a ring because we've got them around and shoot one with it. So that's what that carriage is. Yes, it's also got a lot of adjustability. Okay, so we'll kind of make it as wide as we can here. Dial it in so we got this ring, and we'll tighten up the carriage so it's all nice and in place. I also like just testing and see if the carriage is kind of working. Looks like it'll feed just fine. I don't know. We'll shoot over there. Kind of by the camera, it should be fun. It's fun. It's not as impressive as this is shooting rings, but that's just because of the rate of fire. It's shooting rings. I think this honestly shoots rings faster than that one does. You have to shoot a Skystone. I have a Skystone. I've prepared for this. My issue is I didn't build it with quite enough depth. So I wish I added like 48 more mil. I thought about redoing it today and adding 48 more mil so I could realistically shoot a Skystone. The issue is I can't really shoot a Skystone laying down like this because the wheel doesn't have enough room to expand. I can try just gunning it and see what happens. But this is one of the things that I tried, tested my shooter out on. Again, I don't know what's in this box. I don't know what I'm going to be shooting later on in the show. So I grabbed a bunch of stuff and just tried to shoot random things, rolls of tape, plastic boxes, stuff like that. Plastic boxes are my favorite. We'll shoot this way. We won't shoot at our cameraman for this guy's done. So we'll try just gunning it. It's going to shoot when the wheel expands enough to make contact with the Skystone, but that's probably going to be fine. That worked way better than I thought. We'll try that again. In the past, I've just loaded up like this, so we can try that. Which is still fun, but it kind of just tumbles more than anything. We're going to try that last style again, though. That was way too much fun. We'll try to, yeah, there we go. We'll shoot it this way. Okay, and then I'm definitely going to put this on. That worked way better than I thought it would. I legitimately did not expect that to work. I should have actually tried that before the show, because that's a lot of fun. You could turn the Skystone 90 degrees standing up. That's how I've shot it in the past. We'll do that again so you can see it kind of carry through the shot. It's not nearly as good, but it's still a lot of fun. The other thing that I love is we have a relic that I found. This is not my relic because I don't know why I like my relic so much. I have a relic and a balancing stone because this Rover Ruckus was my senior year. So I took some stuff home. I have a bunch of stuff signed by other team members. I wouldn't shoot that relic, but I will shoot this relic. It reminds me, the only time we tried to score a relic my senior year in competition was an eliminations match at Worlds. We were playing with Mechanical Monkeys, and they were a close CryptoBox team from Michigan. And we just said, yeah, we'll try it. They didn't have an arm, and mine was really bad. So we tried it, and we just kind of like extended our automatic slides and just like hit the relic right in the face and knocked it over. We were like, well, it's it for us. It's our last match. It was fun. Good run while we lost it. Shoot a balancing stone. That would be fun. It would be fun to just throw a balancing stone. I've never like even thought about that. We'll try to shoot this relic. It's better than I expected. Can we get that camera view for this one though? This does leave kind of black marks on whatever it shoots, especially this yellow blow molded plastic. It does it a lot, but it's not great. It would definitely be illegal in relic recovery, but it's not the most fun. It's fun. Shoot a glyph. I don't think my shooter can shoot a glyph. I think that I run out of space. I do have a glyph here. I thought I left one over here. I meant to bring it over for the show. We use glyphs around here as things to put robots on. They just work great as kind of jack stands almost to work on robots. I don't think it's quite wide enough. Oh man, it's so close. So I need to pull these wires a little more. I wire managed too carefully. Wire management is for people with nice robots anyway. I never had one of those. Not an FTC at least. Yeah, there we go. That's some more wire. Okay. Keep sliding. Okay. There we go. It fits. Okay, we made it fit. That's fine. It looks like it should work fine. It's pretty tight. We'll try it. We'll put I think this one's one of the safer ones to shoot, but that's fine. Okay. I have to whisper in here. I hope you guys like this ASMR kind of face shield. That's kind of what I thought would happen. I think I still have too much compression. Oh, we definitely hurt this wheel a little bit. This showcases an interesting thing, which is that for some reason, I think that because I've spun this bottom wheel a lot more, it's a little, it's can move more. It can flex more. So it increases in diameter more for whatever reason. Get the cubes from RR2. I don't think I have any, as much as it sucks. Somewhere in my room I have one from Ford Field, but I honestly forgot I had that until just now when you mentioned them. But I didn't see any back there. I tried to find all the FTC stuff that I could try to shoot. Yeah. We will, I suppose. I want to shoot a stone again. Those are so much fun. We're going to do that one more time. We kind of dented this one. It needs some good re-inhaling, I don't know. Whatever people called that thing they did with sky stones where they would blow them back up full of air. Now I've pushed this to such an extreme, I have to get it back. There we go. Back to being able to slide. Sky stones are so, this was one of the more fun things. The next thing I really want to shoot to show you guys that I did in testing was these little white freaking storage cubes. They work so well. I don't know why. That's so much fun. This whole experiment has been just a lot of fun to just try to build something that will shoot anything in theory. It seems to be working pretty well. Okay. Another cool thing about this is it's all mounted on clamping mounts and GoTube, so I can loosen those bolts and adjust the angle, which is nice. If I say wanted to shoot at someone specific, I could kind of hold it and aim at their way. We'll shoot you guys through the camera. We won't actually. I don't know how much you guys can hear that, but it's really fast. And these, I'm still so impressed how quickly this hit the wall, and it's fine. I definitely want to do that again though. One of my favorite things is still this launcher. Like, this just turned out way better than I hoped. I did have some problems trying to get it really dialed in because for some reason RoboClaw's auto tuner just crashed every time I tried to auto tune the PID, but we got it kind of manually tuned in and it worked really well. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. My face shield has a nice mustache. It doesn't really match my mustache, but I like it. It's kind of fun. Okay, we'll fire this back up. Woo! Oh, it's so much fun. I love this thing. Okay, I think it's about time that we figure out what has been prepared for me and try to shoot some things that I've never shot before. Okay, I won't look in it. I'll just kind of put this box over here and grab something out of this baggie. First I grabbed a banana, which is not my favorite. I'm not sure how well this one's gonna shoot. Let's see. We could try it a couple different ways. This is gonna get everywhere. I really hope I don't explode this banana. But it's a great banana for scale. It's this big. Banana for scale. Can you do a close-up of the storage cubes? Yeah. They're just these little guys. They're drawers out of those hardware buckets. This was for our zip ties. And they're great. I've still not broken one somehow. They are really durable. I don't know what plastic they are. I really would like to know. I mean, chances are they're probably PP. I think everything is. Almost everything. It's a very common commercial, pretty cheap plastic. It's fun. I definitely have learned a lot more about plastics since I started 3D printing. But it's fun to like realize that realistically what I have done with plastics is nothing like the kinds of plastics and the things you see outside of 3D printing. I think this is worth a shot. The biggest thing I'm trying to figure out is if I should orient the banana this way or this way. So I don't know yet. It's kind of tough. I think this is my best chance. I really should get. Here, I'm going to try to cut the stem off. I don't know if this is within the rules, but that's okay. Nobody's here to enforce the rules, so I'll do whatever I want, I guess. Hopefully I don't destroy this banana. I really want to eat this banana. A fun thing about me is I think that's my favorite fruit, so hopefully I don't destroy it. Oh, I've clamped this a little too tight. And I think I have this little dual block here that's just hanging on by one screw, and I think everybody in R&D, after they looked at this, was like, yeah, I love that, Ethan, except for what's that dual block doing there? It's this one right here. And I'm like, that's my little toe. It works. I wouldn't put this on a competition robot, but it works great for this. Okay, I guess we'll give it a shot. I don't know what else to do. I think this is as best of a chance we've got shooting this banana. We'll try the feeder. It's all this shooter. It's oh man. Wait. Yeah. This is definitely the direction to turn the banana. Okay, we're gonna reset this up. That was really. Whew. I do need to eat it. Maybe it would help my vision. F for whoever has to clean the banana up. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, realistically, it'll probably end up being me, but I hope it won't. Okay, we'll try this. I think this is the best chance we have of getting a successful banana launch. Okay, well, let's see. We'll flip it over. I'm trying to find, yeah, there we go. I didn't expect to need more torque out of this feeder. I think this is the way to try it. Okay, we'll give it a shot. Banana into the feeder. It seems to work. I need to make sure I don't exceed the speed limit that's being set by this fence being pretty close to my shooter, but we'll face shield back up and give it a shot. Oh man. Okay, we'll try more speed. I think I was not quite as fast as I should have. That was kind of underwhelming. It was fine. I think it deserves another shot. We've got to try to get this to shoot kind of fine. We have to at least bruise the banana, right? With whatever shot we do, we have to at least make it not as good. We'll give it another shot here. I don't know. I think this is where the a flaw in my design has kind of showed itself. I probably should have gotten some plastic and covered all of these holes in channel, because I think that's really what's hurting us with this. It's okay. Not my favorite. Shoot it sideways now? We can try. Yeah. Maybe that'll be better. You never know. With stuff like this, I think the best case is just to try it. We definitely have bruised this banana now. So that goal has been met, I guess. Kind of sad, but... Ooh. I did not lock down my fence. Rookie mistake. Okay. Nope. In retrospect, a way to adjust the speed of my shooter would have been smart. This is the issue I kind of run into trying to feed it side. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. Lock down the fence, and we'll try to shoot it sideways. Yeah, okay. That's fine, I guess. I mean, it's whatever. It's kind of bruised now, but it's not bad. Okay. We have got a cinnamon cake cookie. Freshness guaranteed. This also looks good. Apple pie kind of thing. It's very soft. I'm nervous. I didn't expect it to be this soft when I picked it up. I really think I'll probably run into the same issue. I really should have anticipated them giving me food to shoot. In retrospect, that was not my smartest move. Grease the banana, that makes sense, yeah. Shoot a box of matches, that would have been smart. I should have brought some. But it wasn't my job to think of things, so you should definitely tag Kevin in the chat with all your concerns. There we go. Okay. We'll give it a shot. I mean, I think that this probably, if I had to guess, probably won't shoot very great, but it will probably explode, which will be fun. I mean, I'm excited. This won't end well. I also want to eat it. This is the concern. This is the problem with shooting all these foods. Like, I'm just hungry now. That makes sense. It's stayed together fairly well. It's in a few pieces. Only 4 though. I think that we, of course, need to try to shoot these pieces now. They never told me when to stop. Okay, I think this is the biggest one. Okay. We'll adjust my little dual block toe. Try to get it a good kick there. I don't think I need to lock down the slide. Yeah, that looks like it'll work. Okay, this is the very limit of how short I can shoot things. It disintegrates pretty well. We'll do the next one. It makes sense. It's fun. It looks like, is this all food? I have a potato, which is fun. I know as a kid I had so much fun with potato launchers. My dad built one. Had a taser to shoot it and all that fun stuff. I don't think this is going to be quite as cool as my dad's potato gun, but I think it's fun. Looks like, yeah, that should feed pretty well. I think of the foods we've tried, This seems really promising. This is the heaviest thing I think I've shot out of this so far. So it's kind of scary. This is the most kind of weaponized. Oh man, that would be. I guess probably. I just realized like, probably somebody probably has been shot by a potato gun, like, and been seriously injured. I'm sure that's happened. So I don't know if we can really seriously injure someone with this potato cannon. Spud shooter. That's a great name for him too. But we'll give it a shot. I will put on my face shield. The last one I was like, it's probably fine, but this one we will wear the face shield for. Oh man. Okay, that was not as fun as I hoped. It's got a bunch of cake on it now. But oh, we did take a little chunk out of it. A little bit of a chunk. Not a great chunk, not a good chunk, but we took some out of it. I think I might need to make my slide a little more aggressive, and I think I need to spin faster. Go catch it. That's a fun one. I like that. Click and ship it. Yeah, this is buy online, pick up in store, but you're picking it up. Cut it in half. That would be a good one. Do I have a way to cut this potato in half? Not really. I have a screwdriver, I guess. Whew. I think we took another chunk out of it. This is a really inefficient way to peel a potato. Too much compression. That makes sense. I wonder if you're right. We'll try less compression. The tough part is, and something I should have anticipated, there you go, is I don't have a way to adjust this side of the slide. I should have thought of that. Makes a lot of sense in retrospect. But I don't. And we are here right now. We'll give it a shot. Okay. That was not enough compression. That was just the feeder. I think just the feeder is better at shooting it than the first try. It's also possible this is just a little too heavy. We'll try that much compression. Ooh, okay. It looks like the potato is actually like, I bet it's getting really caught on this hole and channel right here, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay. We'll give this another go. That was the best one, I think. That was a lot of fun. It was still okay, not very stable. I don't think this is not the best way to shoot a potato. We've also got an apple. That's a good one. I think this is going to be the best one so far. I said about the last one too, even though that was one of the worst ones. But I think this is going to be a really good one. We will get our 2.5. Wait, no, that potato really jams up my sled, which makes sense. I think there was just too much compression on it, and that's okay. I think that seems pretty good. Yeah, this slide's really easy. I don't think it's going to get jammed on the back sled, which was what happened last time. So we will try to shoot this apple. I think if I'm going to break one of these boards off, this is going to be my best shot. I think this is going to be the ticket, but we'll have to see. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay. I do have another one. We'll try another apple. They got me too. That one's somewhere. I don't know. It's probably really bruised now. I don't really want to eat that one. That looks good. I think that the thing that makes these, part of the reason that these are such a good projectile is that they just slide real easy. So like, they don't get caught on the backboard. I love this. The wheel just catches this apple. They don't get caught on the backboard, and they get really good grip with these geckos. You can see these there. I mean, aside from being really covered in cinnamon, I think they're doing really well. Yes, that was solid. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Try with another apple here. Yeah, they kind of roll around everywhere, but that's okay. I did just find this rhino wheel. which I also really want to shoot. I love rhinos. And they're about this 72 mil rhino. I guess the apple is about the same size as the rhino wheel, not the other way around. But anyway, they're about the same size. So they're pretty much already set up. I'll give this rhino a shot at that wall, see if it can do it. Whew. That was a solid hockey puck, I think. That was a lot of fun. That is one that I did try to shoot before. That was fun. I love those. I think I'm going to try that again. Let's inspect our apple here, though. It looks like we managed to, I don't know, I think we tore the skin, kind of. I think that's what happened. I don't know when that would have happened in the processes of things. It may have gotten caught on the channel. This apple is a little soft. I doubt it was soft. I don't think I remember it being quite as soft. So I think we bruised it pretty bad. But that's okay. It's fun. We'll shoot it again. It's already set up, you know, like we might as well. I almost got it. That's okay. Those are fun. That's one of my favorites. I think this is our last food item. It's a bell pepper. I love bell peppers. They chose a lot of foods that I just love. I'm really sad to shoot this bell pepper. It's a little old, but that's okay. I'm sure. I think this one will probably do pretty well. I don't have a whole lot of faith. It's pretty sticky. Fun story. My motor is actually fairly warm. Instant replay. That would have been smart. But the tough part is, I don't know. I think kind of the fun part of this episode is I don't know what I'm going to shoot first. So it's hard to shoot it in slow motion without me shooting it first. So I think what we'll try to do is after this stream, I'll try to sit down with my phone and record a bunch of slow-mo and post it on Instagram and see if we can get some, even of like the fragments of this cookie. And we'll try to get some fun slow-mo, and we'll show the slow-mo of this ring shooter because that is cool to see. I like this a lot. What's a food that you don't like and would want to shoot? I think a tomato. I don't really like tomatoes all that much. They're fine. And I think they'd be fun to shoot. I think they're a good balance of those things. Okay. We'll give this a shot. Woo! We didn't shoot it very well, but we did really rip it up, which makes sense. So it's pretty handedly in a few pieces here. That tracks. We can try to shoot one of the smaller pieces. Let's try to shoot this half. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it got pretty caught on my sled because it. Okay. I think this will probably shoot better. Okay. Nope. My feeder didn't work the one time I needed it to work. There we go. We'll try that. Not as fun. It didn't really work there, but that's okay. We definitely destroyed that bell pepper. That's good. That's a good bell pepper. Would you rather eat a bell pepper or a gecko wheel? I love bell peppers. We've been over this. I will. There you go. I don't know. I almost did not talk about this. It's so absurd. It's a fake foot for some reason. I don't know if there's stuff in the fake foot. It seems to have a lid. And the lid is a different material. It's not really as rubbery, but it seems to be glued on. So I don't think there's anything in here. But it's a fake foot. I think this'll. It slides pretty well. I think it'll probably shoot pretty good, if I had to guess. So I guess we'll just try it. I mean, this one's pretty absurd, but I think it'll probably work. It was about as aerodynamic as you'd expect a foot to be. Feet definitely I don't think we're supposed to be projectiles, but we'll try it again. Maybe we get lucky this time. I think I need more compression. I think that's my problem. Yeah. I'll try a little more compression, see if that does the trick. Okay. That's, yeah. This motor definitely heated up. We're putting this under a lot more load than I expected. Yeah, not the greatest one. It looks like our bag of stuff is empty. I think that's about all the random objects. I want to shoot this rhino another time because this is so much fun and it's scary. We'll try to shoot the wall again. I really want to break one of the boards off the wall. That's what I want to do today. So we'll put our face shields back on for this one because it's, you know, our rhino wheel. Hockey puck, basically. We did not, but it's a lot of fun. That's the most dangerous projectile I think we shoot today, which makes sense. It's basically a hockey puck. We do have our apple again. Pretty bruised, pretty battered, unfortunately. Oh. It seems to have a perfect 4 mil, like maybe 6 mil hole in it for some reason. And I'm really curious as to how that got there, because I didn't put it there. Oh, you know, I bet it's the shooter. I bet it's the head of the screw. Yeah, the head of the screw on the feeder. That's fun. Okay, we'll try this one again, because apples are also a lot of fun. Woo! We broke it. Okay. That's kind of all the random stuff we have to shoot that I have around me. I think that's about it. Unless we want to start shooting hubs, which I don't really have a big intention to. Of course, what we do need to do is roll for our giveaway. So we'll go over to my laptop. We'll get that giveaway ended. Looks like we've got most people in here. And we'll pick a couple winners here. Lego Cam looks like our first winner. Congratulations. I'm sure you know the drill. Shoot us an email with your shipping info, team number, and all that stuff. And Dino_W. So congratulations to you guys. Definitely let us know. And please feel free, if you don't tell us what motor you want, we'll probably ship you a 19.2. But if you do have a preference on the motor you want, let us know. As long as it's in stock, we can send it out to you. And we're really excited for you guys. We'll probably throw some stickers in there too. Looks like our giveaway text is incorrect, so sorry about that one. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun today. There's a lot of stuff to clean up, and it's only 8 till 5, so I think that might be a Monday Ethan problem. Have a great weekend, and we will see you guys later.